motions. John Sims.
Scene.
Welcome to Adventure Reported. This is now the 33rd hour.
Yay!
What's the number out there? 33rd. So welcome. Just a few things before we start. So this performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed performance. So that just means we've got a very relaxed attitude to sort of movement or noise from the audience. So just for anyone who is like unable to be silent or still for long periods of time. The lights will stay like this. There may be background music, but no like bands or anything like that. If at any point you need to leave, the door is just over here. There's like the tables and chairs outside. Or stuff, so just help yourselves. If any trick needs anything, I'll pass you over to Alex.
Hello, I'm Alex. I am your games master for today. Welcome to Adventurers Wanted. Here's how the game works. This is a tabletop role-playing game. What that means is that the four people sat either side of me are playing unique characters. They make decisions about how their characters interact with each other and with the world around them. I am playing the world around them. I play all of the characters, the monsters, I explain what's going on, I explain how it happens, and these guys will tell me what they want to do, how they want to interact with me, and I will make them roll dice. Their success or failure on those dice rolls will determine whether something fails hilariously or succeeds majestically.
More often fails.
Fails, yeah.
I'll just take all the majestic succeedings then.
Yeah. The story so far. Our four players are characters on a ship known as the Spirit of the Horizon. It's a military science vessel. It's been sent out to investigate. While it was investigating, it discovered a powerful ancient tablet infused with a powerful magic spell that they'd never seen before. In doing so, they also awakened an ancient elder god who laid waste to the world around them and destroyed their allies in the navy. In a desperate attempt to escape, the captain of the vessel decided to cast the spell on the tablet. Doing so cost her her life and transported this ship where they know not. They find themselves at sea in a strange new world, surrounded by strange species they have never encountered before. They have been here now for about 10 days and had many adventures and met many things. Currently, they are working their way down a narrow passway known as the Barsang Pass, or, as the legends would say, the Crashing Pass. They came to a large gateway, two iron gates that the water rushed through. On either side, two stone towers. They fought some Medusa, they saw off a griffin, and they have just opened both the gates, and they found a glowing orb infused with kind of a milky lunar glow. And one of our characters placed this into the top of a pedestal, and in doing so, this white light infused the area, the gates clocked open, and then there was a deep rumbling grumble, and slowly but surely the walls of the ravine beyond started to come together. That's where we will take up. Before we start the action, I just would like everyone to go around the table and say their name, the name of the character, what the character does, and how they are known on the ship, or how people would come to know them.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm playing Relora Ellenvol, who is a half-elf bard. She was the ship's translator when it was a research vessel, but now the main thing she does is chop things up and viciously mock them, to be honest. And to be like, most people on the ship will have known them because she will have viciously mocked / thrown shade at them at some point.
My name is Ian, and I am currently today playing the character of Brother Jurgen, who is a cleric. He is a cleric of the goddess Liara, who is the goddess of joy. He's supposed to have a good time, man. And he on the ship, he is quite good with maps for some reason that we ascertained, and taking baths. Currently, due to unforeseen circumstances, is wearing a set of clothes that resemble Bjork in drag, if you can imagine such a thing, and having a bit of an issue with my fellow cleric because we keep one-upping each other in the gods' stakes.
Well, his god's bloody rubbish.
Let's not start this again.
Joy. Oh no, I'm so happy all the bloody time. I'm Chris. I'm playing Ulmon. He is the ship's chaplain and chief surgeon, and also apparently helmsman, but that seems to come and go. I am a dwarf, short, a bit surly, but generally quite, in charge of the light and making sure everyone knows about the light and sharing the light with everybody at any given moment, even when inopportune.
I'm Chaz, and I'm playing Captain Golanhite, formerly Commander Golanhite, who's taken over the captaincy of the ship in the wake of the previous captain's death. He is a soldier, so being on a science vessel is a very bizarre experience to him, and working with such bizarre people. He's sort of found his footing a bit more, but it's more of an awkward stepdad phase at the moment. Obviously not made better by the fact that every time he drinks alcohol, he flies into a violent psychotic rage.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So everyone is now on the top of these two towers. Relora is on the left-hand tower, stood by the pedestal which she's just placed the orb into. The rest of you are on the right-hand tower on the roof.
I'm still holding this lever.
You are inside, so you just hear the noise. You let go, it doesn't move.
You're with me, aren't you?
Yes, we have just moved that big rock.
Do we try and get the ship through before it closes?
I don't think we're going to make it. It's closing too quickly.
Do you watch and the walls are moving together relatively quickly?
Have I
know the ship's
heard stuff? Can I run up to the top of my tower and start to go along the buttress?
You're already there.
You're already on the buttress.
Oh, okay.
The plinth was right at the end of the buttress. You're basically in the centre of the gates.
I'm in the centre of the gates. How far am I from these guys?
You'd be about 50 feet,
Oh, okay.
including a 15-foot jump.
Yeah. No, I was seeing if I could psychically send messages.
Can I?
You can talk.
Am I up at the top of the tower now?
You're up at the top of the tower now, and you're watching as these walls are closing together. During this time, they've probably closed about a quarter of the gap.
What?
Yeah, they are.
That's some fast
Can I
moving
see
rock.
Relora?
The rock is moving pretty quickly.
Can I see Relora?
You can see her.
Take it out! Take it out again!
This is one of Lokash's challenges. It must be passable.
Yes, but we need a fresh start, I feel. We need a do-over.
He is the captain. So I take it out.
You take it out. The walls of the ravine stop where they are, but then you hear clunk, 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 and a scraping of metal against stone, and you look down and watch as both of the gates now start to close. And about 30 seconds pass, the gates are shut.
As the gates are closing, is the mechanism moving that the captain was at? Is it moving back the other way again?
You are not. Everyone, you don't know, but you assume so.
Yeah.
Once the gates shut, the walls of the ravine start to move back to where they were before.
Okay.
Do-over. We get a do-over.
Hang on. Let's think about this logically.
Absolutely. We can't allow ourselves to get... The hell are these eggs?
Roll a insight.
That is a 10.
Okay. What did you want to know?
Oh, I was just like, what the hell are these eggs?
They're griffin eggs.
Oh.
You discovered that.
Yeah.
Oh, they discovered that in the last round. They're griffin eggs. They're
You know what?
the eggs of the thing that you killed.
You know what? I'm taking these.
Cool.
I'm taking these eggs. Listen, we accidentally killed its mother. We were both acting in self-defense.
I didn't touch it.
It will take. You won't be able to hold anything else,
Hang on.
and you would only be able to carry
Captain,
one.
can we focus on the task at hand if you don't mind?
Well, I know, but it'd be quite nice to have some griffins on the ship.
Sure.
I'm going to call you Chauncey.
What are you saying?
Oh,
'Cause
sorry.
I'm on the other side and I can't hear this. I'm
If
hoping
there's
you're talking
what-
The
tactics.
captain wants a pet.
I think we should take these eggs back to the ship, and then when we're back on the ship, send the fastest person or somebody who maybe can feather fall back to put the thing on, and then we'll. I think.
Captain, no, we don't need to do that. There are 2 levers that open the gate.
We just have to open the gates manually, and we'll be able to get the ship through.
Aye.
The
We
thing
don't,
is,
we don't need to use
How
the...
do we... Shouting across, but not shouting.
Just come over here.
No, don't do that.
I have seen, like, one person jump and fall in the water. I've seen another one, like, get thrown off this. I've seen too many people just...
Can we go over to the gap so we're closer, it's not shouting at each other?
How close to the gap would you like to get?
up to the edge.
Oh.
Oh no, not far enough, close enough to it that if it was going to break off, we won't be affected.
Do the buttresses move with the gate?
No.
If
Right,
you're
so
at
the
least
gate's
within
underneath the
30 feet
buttresses.
of me, I cannot shout and just message.
Messages are one way, you wouldn't be able to hear
No,
us.
you get a return.
I now get a return.
Okay.
You always got a return. Right.
Are
No,
you within...
don't worry, love, we'll sort it out. She can't hear us.
Oh, she is
Don't
not a fan of
mansplain her,
that.
she's not going to like it.
I told her that practically she is too far away. That's not mansplaining.
And then
She's,
you called
she's
her
not
love.
going to, but she's just holding her threateningly over the pedestal.
Don't worry, Chauncey. It's going to be all right.
Presumably, if we open the gates manually,
Yeah.
the ship can go through,
Yep.
and then the pass won't close if we don't put the orb back
Yes,
in.
yes, but how are you going to hold the mechanism in place?
We just
You'd
well,
have
One
to
of us
leave-
holds it manually in place.
You'd
Yeah.
have to leave someone behind.
only until the gates go. Only until they got through the gates. Then
Aye.
once they're through the gates, then we could just close the gates behind them. It's like a canal.
Aye.
But then how would we get back onto the ship?
Jump,
It's 50 feet down.
slide down. I can walk on water. Screw you guys. I'll be fine.
You're going to jump down into water you've made hard enough to walk on. That seems like an
No,
even
I'll walk.
dumber thing to do.
I'll jump into the water, then make it hard enough to walk on.
Wait a second. There's enough gap. There's a big enough gap in the gate for water to flow
Well, surely,
through. You
surely,
could
if
probably
we
just
if we
walk
let the
straight
ship
through a
through,
gap
we
in the
should-
gate.
Surely, if we let the ship through, we should be able to find a place where we can meet up with it again later on. We'll just have to get there. on
Presumably.
foot.
Here is the issue that I would have about this plan, even though it's safer, is getting back out.
Well, all we've got to do is make sure that we make safe anywhere that we go, and then we'll just come back and we'll do the same thing.
Hang on. Can I make a perception
Assuming that
check
there's a
of
turning
the-
area.
of where the other side of the gate, the one we've not seen properly yet? Can I look down and see if there's any jetties or walkways coming out the towers?
Beyond the gates is just the rocky pass of the ravine.
I wanna. Are they within? Do I have to shout or can I message?
You would have to shout.
Okay, I shout. This is one of Locash's challenges. It's obvious that anyone who tries to take the easy way out won't survive. Think about it.
That's true. Maybe it's just obfuscation.
That seems like rather tautological logic.
There's got to be something
We-
that we're
we-
not missing.
Wait a minute. Unless
There's an easy solution, it's the wrong way to do
This is
it.
meant to prove who can go through.
Yes.
So either it's the bravery of jumping from the top of a 50-foot tower, or it's the bravery of trying to race a ship down a slowly closing canal of rock. I choose jumping off the tower.
How-
why don't we?
how-
Why don't?
Not
why,
me, someone else,
Wait a
but
minute.
jumping off the tower.
Why don't we just let it close and see what happens? We could just let it. If we know that it's going to go back into position, we could let it close and see what happens. We stopped it before it did the thing it was supposed to do.
We don't know what happens when the two cliffs touch.
Let's find out.
Seems like a fair idea.
Stick it back in the pedestal.
I look to the captain. Okay.
Actually, Ullman, while we're here for a moment, would you mind
Aye.
taking Chauncey back to the cabin?
Back to your cabin.
Yes.
You want me to leave, go all the way back to the ship and put it in your cabin, and then come all the way back again?
Yes, for the second egg.
No.
Are you going to
He's
pull
your
rank on
captain.
it?
He is your captain.
Captain, that seems a waste of my talents and abilities. I've run faster, I run slower than all of you.
Well, also,
I'm
whilst-
bloody tiny.
Well, also-
I'm looking up at you.
Well,
We're about
also-
2 heads up, going. You're sending the dwarf
Well, also,
on the
whilst you're
mission
there,
of walking
listen,
somewhere.
Listen, you're the helmsman. You're going to need to tell the ship to prep to travel. I'm just thinking, never waste a journey.
Well, I'll take this one back. I'm not coming back for the other one.
Fine, I'll take Chauncey too back with me.
Right. I take the bloody egg and I go back to bloody ship.
I
It's going to
believe-
take you cut 2 or 3, maybe 3 minutes to do the whole trek all the way down underneath the pass.
I am not walking quickly.
So it's going to take you 5 minutes.
Fine.
I placed the orb in the pedestal.
Make sure you tell Twinkletoes to take care of it.
As you place the orb into the pedestal, a familiar now effect occurs.
I'm missing that.
The shaft of moonlight glints down, strangely visible even in the midday sun. It hits the orb, expands over the pedestal, and expands until it touches the walls of the ravine. And once again, you hear the rocky metallic clanking sound of the doors opening, about 30 seconds of that, and then this low grumbling rumble as once again the rocks of the past start to come towards each other.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Is there anything happening under the ground as I walk past all the underground stuff?
There's a low rumble,
Aye.
which is very, very echoey within this cavern. And roll me a dexterity save.
19.
You nearly lose your footing on a couple of occasions as the ground sort of tremors underneath you, but you are fine. Your egg
I'm
remains.
quite tempted to drop the egg. I'm not going to lie.
Griffin
I am
scrambled
quite
eggs would be fantastic.
tempted to drop this bloody egg on the bloody floor.
Um,
But I won't. It can't hurt living things.
As you watch the ravine, it grinds together relatively quickly. I mean, the ravine itself is probably only 60 or 80 feet wide at this point. It's a very narrow gap. It's like straight walls and then rock and water. As it grinds together, it takes about a minute to do so. And then at the last moment, it comes together. And it remains closed.
And now do I take it out? I take the orb out.
Everything happens exactly as before, but in reverse.
Oh, okay.
So the gates,
So it
the gates
stays-
close, and then it opens.
So it stays closed.
If it's closed, could we go through on foot?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, I'm not very intelligent. Okay, 13.
You can see that the length of the ravine is about 800 feet from where you are. It's long,
Yep.
but you can see open sky beyond. It's travelable down. The captain, you would know how fast your ship travels.
Yeah.
You reckon that you can get up to speed, at full speed, you can travel about 20 feet a second.
Maths.
And how long does it take for the thing to shut completely?
1 minute.
1 minute.
We could
feet.
And if
20 feet,
Fatima
so
got
we
a
can
train
do-
from
we can-
Manchester.
we can do approximately 1,200. We can travel 1,200 feet in that time.
So we can do it entirely.
We
I'm
can.
not there.
But what we could do for backup, if we're not entirely happy, is we do what we were planning to do in the first place. If we man the mechanism and keep the mechanism manually open, then it should protect the ship as it goes down.
If we're going to run the boat through it this way anyway, we might as well just have one person on the plinth, and then they can just run up after the ground's closed and just hop through.
I mean, that's it. I mean, if it's then travelable on foot, we could catch it back up afterwards.
The ravine itself
Yeah.
is higher than the level of the pedestal. So if you wanted that to work,
Yeah.
the person would have to wait,
Yeah.
and then they would have to climb up rock,
Yeah.
probably about 100 foot,
Who's the most acrobatic in?
and then run
Athletic.
800 feet.
I'm quite.
Twinkletoe, but I'll die before I make him do this.
And at the end of that 800
Where the
feet,
hell's Allman?
you do not know what is there.
I'm on the ship.
Are you on the ship now?
Aye.
Right.
I'm sort of stood by the wheel. I can see you in the distance. Just a bit of a grumble going on.
Captain, before we commit the ship to potentially unknown fate, should we recon ahead and see if we can see what's going on?
Well, we'd have to climb the ravine to do that.
Ain't got nothing but time, baby.
Well, I need to take Chauncey too.
If I was there, I'd say just use the bloody levers.
It's,
Um,
the important thing is getting the ship up to speed, so we have the best possible option. If we're coming in straight from the dock, we're gonna waste valuable
The
time.
wind in this ravine is strong.
Yeah.
It will catch the sails quite quickly. If you went to full sail on the ship,
Do we have oars as well?
oh wait,
no,
Damn.
not really.
Damn.
It's used to being out at sea. It's that kind of naval sailing.
from what I've seen of, from what I know of the ship's speed and what I've seen of the gate and the ravine closing and then opening,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Relora is smart enough to figure this out. If necessarily, I'll roll for it. And I also don't know if I'm just repeating stuff that's come before, but thinking about it in a different way. If someone were to put in the orb, so that the gates open, ship starts to come through, walls start to close, ship gets to like the crow's nest or some high bit that someone can climb on, taking the orb, could it get past the point where the gates are going to clip it as they shut and as the ravine opens?
Yeah.
Would how would Relora be able to figure that out? Is my next question.
Roll an
Yeah, she's not.
insight or intelligence. One of those.
Okay, insight. I'll go for that one. 13.
She's put this thing in and out a couple of times now, and has
Hush you.
has watched
That's
it
just
happen.
for you, stream.
Has watched what's happened
Joy.
with some interest. She can see that the crow's nest of the ship is roughly level with the gap in the thing, and that if it were to reach so the ship is halfway,
Yeah,
and
and it's still going full
it would
pelt.
be halfway through. Yeah, she reckons it's doable, but the ship would be travelling at full speed when it did so.
So you just need to be really good at
So
getting
you'd
on a
have to
crow's
be
nest.
very, very dexterous.
Or
to get-
acrobatic. Or someone else. Doesn't have to be her.
I think this is a speed and agility thing
As-
rather than a strength thing.
Okay. She tries, probably a little bit rubbishly, to describe that to the captain specifically as an idea. It might take a short while to actually clarify what
In the
she
meantime,
means.
I'm getting all of the crew on board, making sure they've picked anything up, it's back on board, getting the ship lined up.
So you move away from the dock now.
Once it's all in, yeah.
Cool. So the three people who are on land
Aye.
are currently unable to get onto the ship from where they are.
Correct.
Thanks. Honest to God, didn't think it through.
I can see this. Wait a second. I just grabbed the egg.
I thought this was the plan.
I think
I've
that-
not got all the logic of this sorted out.
I understand that idea, and I respect that idea, and I think it could work, but I couldn't ask a crewman to take that responsibility. We either do this all together or we do this none at all.
I'm not there.
And you three are basically all together now, and the ship is away from the dock. So
How do you propose we do this all together?
We're gonna have to go with Plan B, which is hold the mechanism.
No, but we're going to have to go with Plan A, which is what the mechanisms imply, which is we just drop it and gun it through that ravine.
And then go climbing.
Pretend. 1 second, I need to go back to the ship.
You can't get
Ship's
back to the
gone,
ship.
Captain. It's
gone.
already in
Right back.
position.
I know, but I'm going to go back to where the ship was. and just stand there with a loaded look.
Wait, so
What?
have you just said you're about to go back?
Yeah.
I say I will stay here. I'll basically look for a sign from the prow of the ship, which I assume I can see from this point. Like if someone was to I don't know, even like a magical thing as a flare. I will wait for that and I will put the orb in.
Brother Jurgen, as you're stood there with the ravine closed, you're looking at it. You're inspecting these rocky walls. You could climb it. It would be very high. There would be a number of opportunities for you to slip off, and it would not be easy.
Okay. Okay. Right. Well.
Is it just us on top of the buttresses
Yeah.
now?
Now it is, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Relora
all right,
had that.
Chauncey.
I've sent out a rowboat to get the captain.
Cool.
I've had a look at this ravine. It's not going to be climbable. We could, but I'd
I was
imagine.
never planning on climbing it.
Well, you know. Okay, I had an idea and it didn't work. All right. Listen, just I'm just going to grab my pipe and just be like, listen, I can't.
Oh, it will
So
work. It's just very dangerous.
Listen,
super dangerous.
You know, I mean, and I'm all about the fun. So you've got a good plan, is what I'm saying, and I'll back you up with it because it's obvious that mines will get us all dead, or at least very, very bammed up. So,
There you go, Chauncey too.
meantime, what exactly is this
Your
captain's
cabin is now
obsession
quite
with these
full.
griffins? I'm slightly concerned that he's losing focus.
We're going to tell
I think
Twinkle Toe to keep an eye on the eggs.
To be honest, Jürgen, I think the captain just wants something to take care of.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
That's the sense I got. He was talking the other day about not letting something slip away, and I just think he wants something to care for.
What's he not wanting to let slip away?
Frankly, I don't know.
Is there some sort of animal expert on the ship?
Oh yeah.
I'm quite good at animal
You've got a
handling.
geologist. You've got.
Can I have a brief conversation with all of those people about like when babies hatch and how they imprint on someone?
You have a conversation with them and they're just nodding and being like, "Yep, I'm a biologist. I know this."
So the important thing is that I need to make sure that I'm here when these hatch.
Understood, Captain.
Right.
We will monitor them carefully.
Twinkle Toe, we need blankets. Got to keep these eggs warm.
Yeah.
I'm just looking up at the top where they're standing, sort of anytime.
Yeah.
Okay, so has there been a signal, some kind of a signal?
No, not yet. We don't know you need one.
I
We don't
mean-
talk about it.
No, I told the captain.
The
Yeah.
pass is
So I was waiting
currently
for a signal.
completely shut. The orb is still in the plinth.
Hang on.
No,
hang on.
I took it back out because we saw it reverse.
Oh,
We
okay.
did everything
So
in
yeah,
reverse.
the gates are shut, but the pass is open.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Can
What's going on?
Can I? Because it's strength checks to keep the ship straight and narrow.
Yes.
Right, I'm casting bull strength on myself again just to make sure I can hold it steady.
Okay.
That lasts an hour, so.
Yeah,
Do
you're
it
good.
Wait, I've got a plan. Instead of us trying to jump on the ship, why don't we jump into the water and then I could cast walk on water and you could just get on my back.
Wait, are you not able to cast water on both of us?
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But if I look at my cheat sheet, I'll find out.
have the helm
Talk
on.
amongst
plays
yourselves.
some kind of elevator music on her lute just while this happens.
Moonbeams. Na 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 na.
Up
We need
to
to give them-
10 willing creatures you can see
Yes!
within the range of 30
Yes!
feet.
That's what we'll do. Well, what we'll do is we'll just jump in. We'll just jump into the water. I'm already still kind of wet anyway, you know, and we'll just walk on the water and we'll walk along the ravine.
How about we try to jump onto the ship,
Uh-huh.
and that's our backup.
So-
Just because I don't want any situation that ends up with us getting crushed within.
We won't, but if we take the orb back out, everything will open back up again.
I
It'll be
know, I
fine.
just don't trust this world very much.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you gotta have a little faith.
How much room is there in the crow's nest?
So there's one person in it at all times.
Yeah, I'm going to send him away. I'm going to go up there.
There is,
I'm gonna fall and break my neck. you
there
know
is
that, right?
room for,
Giant crabs in the water.
I would say, a cozy room for 3 medium-sized people.
3 medium-sized people.
Or
In that
or
case-
her and me, basically. So
In that case,
one
I'm
small
sending-
person and one large person.
In that
That's the
case-
same as 3 medium people.
In that case, I'm sending my usual crow's nest person, which I believe is Aladine.
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 Alan for some
Aladine?
reason.
Alan.
Aladine, it's all part of the plan. I'm going to take over for here temporarily.
Yes, Captain. Of course. No problem.
Thank you. Now, you wanted some sort of signal, didn't you?
Yeah, I said like a signal from someone on the prow, even if it's just like a magical flare.
I've got all of the Marines ready to let loose the sail at a moment's notice to get the boat just kicking off with steam.
Understood.
Well, I could should we signal to the boat to tell them that we're ready to go? That we're ready
If
to do
you
it.
can do
yeah.
anything.
We never agreed a signal. I don't know.
I know.
what's
Well, I'll
going
just basically
I
I'll just.
said magical flare front of the ship.
on. I wasn't there.
Brina! Brina!
Roll a performance check.
-1. Here we go. That is 2.
The wind is rushing really loud.
Oh, for God.
The waves are crashing.
For God's sake.
There's a lot of noise.
Captain, do you want to give me a sign when you're ready?
Yes.
Right.
And then when I give you the sign when I'm ready, can you tell Brina to let a magic flare off, please?
Brina?
Brina, unlock this door.
Yes. Yeah, sure. What would you like me to do?
Do a firebolt in the sky when I tell you.
Sure, no problem.
Don't hit the rigging.
In fact,
I'll go and stand somewhere safe.
In fact, yes. How about you stand on the prow so we don't hit anything?
Yes, Captain.
Sort of angle it that way.
Don't hit the gate. Don't hit them.
Yeah.
Understood.
Look how many eyebrows
Shoot
are
a
in there somewhere.
firebolt at nothing.
I'm really good with firebolt.
Excellent.
Okay, here we go. Here's the day. Up to the top.
Right, give them the nod.
Oh God, what the hell are we doing? Go!
Brina stands on the prow. She goes, pooh! And this firebolt just flies up like a flare into the air.
Do it.
As the firebolt
I look
goes up, I
Jürgen
tell the
dead
crew
in
to
the eyes.
Release the sails now.
Do it. It's fine. I'm
orb
not worried.
Drops into the pedestal.
Also, if we die,
The
then
gates start
it's been fun. Not a lot of fun, but fun.
opening
That's a comfort.
until the gates are fully open. Is what's happening? The gates are now.
The boat is kicked like a mule as I really got them to release the sails.
The
It's just
sails are
shot
released,
off.
and the boat slowly catches the wind.
Yeah.
Slowly, it's slow to get started,
course,
but
that's fine.
but it's gonna get there. It's by the time it reaches the gates, it will have reached almost full speed.
Excellent. I'm keeping a straight and narrow.
As the gates come fully open, that is when the ship starts moving and the pass walls.
I'm just getting myself ready because I want to. I
Can
feel more
I see
comfortable with
them now? Am I
jumping.
getting closer? To...
Oh yeah. You're probably only sort of 20 feet, 30 feet away from them as the ship starts moving at quite a pace. You're moving at about 20 foot a second.
Holding a steady.
Okay.
2 and 4. Then. That's 10
She's
and 2,
doing that
10.
thing where you judge that you have to jump like before rather than at the same time.
Insight.
She's quite acrobatic. I feel like that's something she'd generally have. Insight would be an 11.
Yep, she knows that.
Okay.
She knows that she needs to jump before it gets to her, otherwise it would be too late.
Yeah.
What about Jürgen? Does he know that?
He's just gonna run when she runs because she's a lot more acrobatic than him.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna I'm on this. Worst case scenario, I fall into the water. Please let me fall in the water. Please let me fall in the water.
I'm just.
Lyra,
I've
Lyra,
just got.
please.
I've just got one hand on the little bit that goes out, and then just a hand out like that. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Cool.
Right, we're off.
Who are you holding your hand out towards? You only have one hand you can hold
Yeah,
out.
One hand I can hold out.
And they are both on opposite sides of the.
Genuinely
buttress.
knee-jerk character reaction, Relora.
Oh, buddy,
Yeah,
son
again.
of a bitch.
You might
Going
get
in the
wet-
water
you-
again.
She would have been genuinely very hurt if it wasn't that. She really would have.
Okay, the ship cruises towards you at almost full speed. The sails out, billowed out in front of it, and you see the captain in the crow's nest coming towards you. It's now or never.
Okay, go.
Okay,
I
I'm
want
gonna
you
run.
both to roll
Wait,
dexterity.
are you grabbing the orb as well?
Yeah, basically my process is now or never, grab, jump. I've got it in one arm.
You're taking the orb with you.
Yeah. To
Okay.
open this.
I
Push
need
back
you to
up.
roll a dexterity save to get onto it.
Get onto the ship. Yeah.
I then need you to roll another dexterity save
To
to
keep-
take the orb with you.
Take it.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come
Okay.
on, baby.
This is
One
to get on the
roll.
ship.
Jürgen needs a new pair of
As-
shoes.
as-
Non-natural 20.
11.
Did my hand help in any way?
Was a non-natural 20. I feel like that's enough to
Relora
get on the
makes
ship.
makes it completely onto it.
Son of a
No
bitch!
problem.
Oh no!
Jürgen
Oh God.
has completely misjudged the speed that the boat is travelling at. He goes to grab for it, but too late, as the crow's nest goes past him.
Oh.
He has missed his opportunity to make it onto the crow's nest. I need you to roll your second dex to see whether you take the orb.
She sends a quick message saying, "Oh God, I'm sorry, Jürgen." Like genuinely sincere.
You son of a bitch! We could have gone on the water!
It's an 9 plus 4, 13.
Does me grabbing her
Haven't
arm
been given.
help
I
at all?
haven't. Oh wait. How long does that thing you gave me, where it was 1d4 to any check?
Saving throw.
Saving throws only.
It was saving throw, and I'm afraid it lasted 1 minute, about half an hour ago.
Yeah. So that's 13 to take the orb. I don't know what the DC is.
He's rolling for the orb.
Your fingers grasp at it. You nearly gain purchase.
Oh God!
Is the ravine still closing?
Mother.
The orb comes out of its protective,
It comes
Dip.
out of the dip,
but it doesn't go into your hand.
but it
It
comes.
just plinks, boom, and straight down into the water.
Oh, great.
But
At
the
which
ravine's
point,
opening up.
the ravine stops closing, and the gates close again.
Are we in front of them?
Wait, it stops closing or it starts going back?
So the ravine stops first,
Yeah,
and then the gates close,
yeah,
and then once the gates are closed, it reopens.
okay.
The ship is currently just over halfway through the gates, and the ship gates are closing on you.
Can't make any
Now
faster.
he missed the crow's nest.
He missed the crow's nest.
So is he going to miss the ship or is he going to hit the deck?
He's currently stood right on the edge. If you were to jump from where you were, you would hit the deck. You could, however, attempt to dive and angle yourself into the waters beyond.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Because wood and pain. So there we go.
Deck saving throw.
Oh, for...
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's not the worst.
It's
It's
almost
the second
the
worst.
worst.
It's a 2. I am fucked.
You dive.
Oh, dive.
Dive.
Oh, that's all right then.
Dive.
You dive.
Me.
You dive. But although this is now the third time in almost as many hours that you will have ended up in the water, you are not prepared for the dive. You aim towards the water, and you succeed in finding the water, but you haven't got into the best angle. You've jumped, and
Belly flopping
you
for
weren't.
50 feet.
You sort of. You couldn't decide whether to jump feet first or head first, and as a result, you're going to land on your back.
Oh. Great. Thank you, Laura. You have crippled me.
I do have cure wounds. Any help?
Cleric, heal thyself.
Oh! Shouldn't look at the dice rolls behind the screen.
Don't.
You take 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, son of a...
Sorry, I rolled 2 6s there. And you hit the water hard,
Wow.
like a small. There's a sickening sound as he hits the water, and like.
Lucky I leveled up because I would have been dead.
The ship is still moving. He's hit the water. He's not dead.
I know, I'm not dead.
But he's dropped below the surface of
Hang
the
on.
water.
Is the ship going to get past the gates before they close?
Yes.
It don't matter if it goes straight because the walls are opening again. I grab a rope, tie it around my wrist, and jump after him
Into the water.
into the water.
Where's the other end of the rope?
I don't know. I just tied it in a rope
Okay.
and jumped into the water.
There was a
Roll a
piece of rope
dexterity saving throw.
that I had previously tied to the thing and then untied from the wheel, but I'd
I
only
mean, I'm not
untied it at one
measuring
end,
it. There's
so
no
it would be
perspicacity
tied
to this
up
character.
by the end.
So went, oh, make sure it's tied off to myself, and then leapt into the water. That's a dexterity saving throw of 13.
Yep. You hit the water gracefully, swan diving in
I
with
am
the
wearing-
rope.
Oh, everyone's diving in the
I
water.
am
Please.
wearing half plate armor.
Yep.
No. I'm wearing chainmail.
Is
I'm
there
really
anyone at the
heavy.
helm right now?
Nope.
Okay,
No,
I'm coming down from the crow's
Yeah,
nest.
I'm scrambling down as well, having seen him fall.
Cool. Jurgen, I need you to roll me. What's your Constitution modifier?
+3.
Okay, you have about 15 seconds under the water before you start to drown.
Okay.
I've still got full strength.
You are conscious, and you are. I mean, you're very, very badly hurt.
Yes.
But
No shit.
you can still do stuff.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say, as a DM ruling, that you will be doing stuff at a disadvantage.
Okay. All right. Well, my first instance is to get out of the water, so I'm going to cast Walk on Water so I can be on the water rather than in the water.
Is that just a spell? You
It's
don't
a
need
spe-
to
it's a
roll
spell,
anything.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
spell.
You suddenly, again, you don't have to try.
Yeah.
You don't have to move in any way. You feel yourself lifting The water is moving quite quickly, and you are in it. So you are moving alongside the ship, but not quite at the same rate the ship itself is moving.
Okay.
Can I swim up to him?
You can swim up to him, yeah, no problem.
I swim up, I grab him, and I channel divinity into preserve life to get him, to heal his wounds and get him back to a stable position.
Okay, how much does he gain?
Any number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level, so 25, but it maxes out at half hit points. So it should cure most of the, potential paralysis and brain damage.
The lack of a need for a wheelchair.
It's
Your pipe is gonna
mostly
be purely medicinal.
broken bones.
it's mostly a really sharp stinging sensation across most of the lower part of your back and butt.
Sciatica.
I'm gonna have a bruise.
Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to sit down for quite a while.
So I'm basically hanging on to him with the rope tied around my arm,
Yeah.
casting, channeling light that comes burning down from the sky, and just like holy light fills this cleric's body and reinvigorates him to a point where he's...
Because I've grabbed the helm, I try to get whoever's nearby to just grab this rope and pull it back.
You're still in the crow's nest.
No, I've come down from the crow's nest.
Coming down the crow's
You did
nest
say
will
it,
take
didn't you?
longer than you have.
Fair play.
Or jump.
Apparently jumping is
yeah.
a good thing.
The dagger in the sail and slide down. You know.
Oh! Dude, the dagger in the sail!
One don't have dagger.
I will let you call out from the crow's nest and see whether that inspires someone on the deck to spot the rope
Yeah.
that is snaking now off away from the deck.
How much did I heal up to my half my half?
Half,
It is
Oh.
pretty close to being gone.
Oh god, I hope it's the strongest dude on the ship. Who is the strongest dude on the ship?
Josen is down there. Josen's pretty
Josen's
strong.
It's
down
probably
there.
Josen,
Probably
yeah.
Josen, isn't it?
Denny's there as well.
Denny.
Be very clear if you're going to talk to Denny.
Josen and Twinkletoe.
That's a halfling.
Yes, but I trust him more than anyone
Grab
else.
it, goes flying off with it.
I trust him. Am I rolling for that?
Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Call out.
Call out. And it's what?
It needs to be. It's a performance check.
It's a performance
Has to be
check.
performance. It's got to be over the noise of the rocks
-1,
and the
yep.
water.
Come on. That's a 6.
Bugger.
No one hears you. The rope. And
Ah!
off the side. Ulmon, you are basically on top of the water. Not Ulmon. Jurgen, you are on top of the water. In the water next to you is your cleric buddy,
Yep.
in the loosest possible sense of that word,
I think we'll be okay
who
after
is
this. to be
below
fair.
the
He's
water.
effectively a life raft.
Yeah. In
'cause
the
he's
event
on
of a water
yeah.
landing, I can be used as a flotation device.
'Cause he's not. He's on solid ground. He's actually bobbing on the
Yeah.
solid
So it's
ground.
just me on top of the water, you holding on to me, bobbing along.
I'm probably trying to get sit on you.
It's a raft.
At this point, the gates shut and the ship is completely through, and the walls of the canyon, of the ravine, move back. They'd only started moving very slightly, but now they move back to where they were before. The impending sense of doom that is occurring due to the time limit on this, ceases. However, the ship is at full sail, so it is still making quite a lick down the canyon. These two are falling behind.
So, I'm just still coming down from this fucking nest.
Yeah, I'd say you're back down now.
Yeah. Slow their ship down. Not the anchors. That's stupid. Just want to make that abundantly clear. Looking at you, Denny. Looking at you.
Denny, yes, Captain. Yeah, and they start to drop the sail. They're very well practiced at this. They do it. The ship continues moving forwards with momentum and also with the rushing of the water, but these guys would have to swim to catch up with you. It's going to take them a minute or so to do that.
I mean, I'm basically doggy paddling while pushing him ahead of me because it's like he's being sort of slowly pushed along the ground.
And that's quite a strong doggy paddle.
Are
You
you,
have bull strength.
you're just still just lying on the water?
Yeah, I'm on. I mean, I think now that I've been healed a little bit, I'm able to sort of come to my senses a little bit. I'm going to try and sort of stand up. Well, in fact, what I'm going to do before I stand up is I'm going to cast walk on water on Ulmorn as well, so that he's out of the water too.
Okay.
And then we can maybe try and run after the boat.
Yeah.
Or
boat
run
slowing
after the
down?
ship.
The boat is slowing down, but it's still moving forward because of the nature of the water rushing.
Right.
Which now you are not in. You have ceased moving.
Ah.
You also have a rope tied around your wrist, which is under the water.
Didn't really think that one through.
It's okay. I genuinely appreciate the effort of all the people I've been with today. You're now my favourite.
You know what?
Meanwhile, me with the spyglass.
She has been coming down from the crow's nest and basically going towards the rear of the ship. Like, there's nothing practical she can do, but she is looking out and making sure there are marines on hand with like ropes to.
So Valora looks out at the now closed gates and the rushing water, and she sees her two cleric friends pegging it with due haste behind
Slightly
the
limping.
ship. They appear to be catching up with the ship as it is slowing down, and about a third of the way, maybe slightly further, sort of 300 feet down the passage, the ravine, you catch up with the ship as it is now not quite stationary, but it is moving very slowly through the waters.
I must say, I'm marveling at this walking on water business.
It's a lot of fun.
It's all right, yeah.
Do you know, and I found it quite useful of late.
In a land made mostly of water.
I mean, land is mostly water. It's great. In the kingdom of the water, the man who walks on water is king. / Jesus, apparently. Whoever he is.
Are you
Tiny little bit of blood.
Are you still dressed like Mark Bowen?
Yes, I am. I am an overweight, bedraggled, bruised Mark Bowen. Whoever he is.
Not going to say that. So you catch up to the ship, and the two of you climb up on deck. You dragging your wet rope behind you.
Yeah. I think I probably sort of wrapped it up as we went.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for bringing the rope back.
Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Yes, absolutely. Come
If you
aboard.
don't mind, I'm going to go for a lie down. I may be sometime.
Absolutely, Ullman. Could you go with him and make sure he's healed up properly?
Of course, Captain.
Well, actually, Ullman, can I have a quick word with you in my cabin?
Yes, I want to follow Jürgen.
Aye.
I don't
Untie
think
the
he
rope and
wants
go
to
into the
talk to
cabin
you
with
right now.
She really wants to make an offer. She follows. Well, she waits for you to kind of get into your cabin.
Okay.
And then kind of very gently knocks on the door and says, "Jürgen, it's me. I know you may not want to talk to me, and I'm not asking you to. I am sorry about what happened. If you'd even let me sing you a song of rest to help restore you a little bit, I want to say sorry."
Okay. I can't stay mad at you.
She does her best. It's like she's been frantically trying to write, and we'll see how that goes.
And you wanted me to...
That's
Sorry.
an
Oh,
assault.
sorry.
No.
No?
No.
Thought it'd be back.
Magical moonbeams, like something from my dreams, comforting me, even whilst I'm awake, like joyful rays of soft light, somehow removed from night, where I've nightmares of someone who was harmed for my sake. I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
And then I sneak back out.
Now, you wanted to talk to me?
Yes, Ullman. Close the door behind you.
I just want to be careful.
In lieu of our previous conversation,
Aye.
in regards to you and what I said, like if I'm not able to take the captaincy, you would take over.
Aye.
That's a very important role, and I think your role as the ship's medic as well is important.
Aye.
I just don't want you to feel hard done by when I have to replace my old position.
Come again.
A ship needs a commander.
Carry on.
I think you need to stay where you are for now.
Oh, sorry. I was not expecting to be made commander, Captain. I am not a people person.
We need like a a tactician, someone who isn't afraid to speak their mind,
Aye.
someone who isn't afraid to give their advice to the captain.
Aye. It's not Twinkle Toes, Captain.
No, it's not. I know that.
The cleaning team.
No.
Strange though. We're in a land with brand new species and unknown quantities of writing. Doesn't seem like a translator would have a lot to do, don't you think?
Captain, she's not even in the military.
None of us are in the military anymore, my friend.
Look, it's your decision. You know I stand by you. If we ever need more military guidance and direction, you and I are there to hold down the fort. We've got
Absolutely.
Josen as well, though
Yes.
he's looking after the Marines.
I think we need a less militaristic structure for what we're doing. I mean, we have an ambassador on the ship now.
Aye,
What even are we?
good question.
Are we diplomats? Are we invaders?
I don't think we're invaders, Captain, but we might somehow be pirates now. What the hell did you do?
Listen, I had to do it, otherwise we wouldn't have gotten the supplies from the Black Cove.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Listen, all it is that I'm bound by a magical spell to not tell the location of the cove. That's it.
I'm bound by that spell too because you are.
No. Only the people who touched the skull and swore the oath.
Right.
So that's me, that's Brother Jurgen, there's that wizard fellow, Alonso. I don't know if you've met him.
No.
And do you know that really annoying chap, Gobel de Gook? Yes, that was his name.
No, but it doesn't matter apparently. I mean, yeah, if you'd like to make Relora commander of the ship, I think you make a very decent point about the wiseness of having someone not in the military in a position of power on board the ship.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we agree.
And with that moment of agreement, we're going to end this out.
Can I finish with one line?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, go on then.
Why the sod are there 2 eggs on your bed?
And that is heard echoing across the whole ship.
Like the end of Home Alone. Round of applause.
Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for watching. Just to let you know, obviously, if you want to come along and play at any of the places, you can. We are here every single day from 10 to 3 and then 5 to 10. 10 hours every day apart from the 24th and 25th. Come back and watch and see how the journey continues. Or obviously, if you want to play, give it a shout, come along, join in. Chat to everyone about it, spread the word, because we've got a lot of spaces to fill because there are many, many hours left. I'm going to just pass over to these guys to talk about a few shows just now.
Yes, I am in a sketch double act. We're called Dirty White Boys. Our show this year is called Stupid, which is a great description of its content. We are on every day at Just the Tonic at the Caves at 9:20 at night. It is a pay-what-you-want show, so it's free to get in with money in the bucket, or you can pay £5 to guarantee a seat. We think it's a very good show. We won Best New Act at London Sketch Comedy Festival last year, and we've recently been recommended by the iPaper as well, which is great.
Fantastic. And I am the host of a comedy panel show called Imaginary Porno Charades, which
It's
is
mint.
It's
so
literally, it does exactly what it says on the tin. If you're a fan of charades of imaginary pornography, then boy have we got a show for you. We're on every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night at 11 o'clock at Speed Grass Market, and we have different guests from all across the festival every night. It's a lot of fun. We got 5 stars from the review who said it was the most naughty fun that you could have at Ed Fringe. Plug. Thank you very much.
I'm a freelance theatre PR, so I'm working on a ton of stuff up here. You can check out my website, which is chrishislop.com. I'm going to plug a particular show because I'm doing that for today. It's called Wolf Meat. It's on at Underbelly at 10, and it's absurdist clowning about a granny who runs South Croydon's Class A drugs trade. It's filth. It's utter joyous filth, and if you like this sort of thing, you'll like that. Most of my stuff tends to be a little bit culty like this, so might be up your tree. Don't know.
I'm not working on any other shows, so I've been plugging fantasy shows or imaginary shows that I wish existed. This one is deadly serious. It is a combining of 2 iconic, self-aware, meta-theatrical characters, Hamlet and Deadpool. Not quite sure how it works, but we will find out at some point.
Dead ham.
Fringe
No,
2018.
no.
Best kind of ham.
No, ham cool.
Ham cool.
Fringe 2018 plug then. Cool.
Make it so.
Amazing. Cool. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for watching. We've got really
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. So whereas like you, but please, yeah, feel free to come back another time.
The
Thanks for
story
coming, guys.
continues.
Guys, cheers.
Thank you.
Come back
Have
next
you
time for the
seen
promotion
the
talk.
woman who sat on